Have you ever wondered how Android Studio compiles and runs an application project with different files and folders? Well, this is done with the help of Gradle, the subject of this video. With Gradle, the Android project is managed through a set of build configuration files. These define how a project is to be developed, what dependencies need to exist for the project to build and run successfully, and what the result or results of the compilation process should be. To start using Gradle in your app project, you don't need to install anything, as it comes with Android Studio by default. When you click the Run button on the Android Studio toolbar, this action automatically triggers Gradle activity, which, in turn, starts building the project. After a successful operation, your app starts running on an emulator or a physical device connected to the computer. For every Android project, 2 build.gradle files are generated. The first build.gradle settings apply to every module in the entire project, while the second set of project level or module level settings applies to only the app module. A module is a collection of source files and build settings that allow you to divide your project into different units of functionality. If there were another module within the project, then that module would have its own build.gradle file. The code displayed on screen is an example of a default build.gradle file. Let's examine this code more closely to get an overview of the Gradle structure for every application. The Android block contains information about your project, such as the minimum operating system or OS version you want your app to use for the compilation. The default config subblock allows you to specify the minimum OS version, version number, application unique ID, and other configuration settings. The dependencies block specifies what third-party libraries you wish to include in your app. If a local copy is not available, all specified dependencies are automatically downloaded for you. Now, if you want to have full control over your Gradle system, you can start your Gradle system manually through the command line tool. To do so, you'll need to know some Gradle commands, so let's explore some of the popular ones. The first command is /gradlewbuild. This is used to build a project when you are ready to run the application. A new build directory will be generated if it doesn't exist. Next is /gradlewclean. You can delete the contents of the build directory already generated using the clean task command. Finally, /gradlewrapper allows you to see all the available Gradle operations running in the background. That's your introduction to Gradle. You now know more about the role of Gradle and how it's used to create projects in Android Studio.